Welcome from my Yaris Hybrid Dynamic, my 2020 model. I had a question the other day about regen braking and the B mode on the gear stick, and I was asked, when you're changing from D to B, do you need to take your foot off the accelerator? Oh, I'm going to try and aim to answer that today and show you how I use the B mode. So I've just gone onto a hill. I'm actually going to use B mode to go down the hill, so I don't have to use the foot brake to slow down, because it will hold me down this hill at below the speed limit. And at the moment the kids have just come home from school, so you've got to be ultra careful because they're all over the place. So I'm in B mode now. I'm going to leave it in B mode, and I'm going to disappear into a 30-mile-an-hour road. And to answer the question, no, you don't need to take your foot off the throttle to go from D to B. I'm back in D. I'm now rolling down the hill in B mode, and it's just holding the car just nice and steady between 25 and 30 miles an hour. As the hill gets a bit steeper, the speed will creep up a little bit. We're going down the hill at 27 miles an hour, 26 now. It's actually slowing the car down. If I put it back in drive, the car will start speeding up again, because I haven't got as much. I've got no engine braking when I'm out of B. That's one situation where I use B mode, hills. Well, I'm back in D now, because I'm going to go into a 30 zone, and the police are always there with arrive alive cameras, speed cameras, everything, and they've only recently changed the speed limit from 40 to 30, and it's caught a lot of people out. And that's another situation where I just totally come off the throttle, having put the car in B mode, and I let B mode control my speed down the hill, and it will actually slow the car down all the way down the hill, at the same time generating more electricity back into the battery, but not using any petrol. I'm not having to use the foot brake. Still in the 40 zone now, and I'm just creeping up to the 30 zone. The car will go bing at me in a minute, like it just has. It's told me I've just come into the 30 zone. It read the speed sign, so I've dropped the speed down to 30 just on the throttle, because I'm still on the flat. I've still got my foot on the throttle, and I'm now going to put the car back into B mode to go down the hill and control my speed without using the foot brake, which I'm going to have to use if the Land Rover doesn't go across the road. No, he's got. In that instance, the car went from 30 to 21 just by taking my foot off the throttle in B mode. I think you can see the speedometer and the fact I am in B mode on the camera. I think that's how I set the camera up. Now it's telling me off for going across the white line. We're still in B mode, and I'm controlling the speed now with a combination of the engine braking, the regen, and just controlling the speed on the accelerator and I'm holding 29 miles an hour down the hill with no hydraulic brakes whatsoever. I'm not going into town, it's too busy, there's too many mothers collecting kids and too many kids about, so just use the hydraulic brakes. Again, still in B mode, going down the hill, 30 zone, and the car's holding its speed. I'm only using the hydraulic brakes here because there's parked cars on the corner and I don't want to meet somebody whilst I'm on regen brakes and not be able to react quick enough. I'll come back out of B mode now because I'm back on the flat. B mode's also very handy when you're in traffic and you're just crawling and you can just let the car creep, and if you speed up a little bit, come off the throttle and the car will start slowing you down without touching the brakes. Another great way of driving in traffic, especially when it's stop start stop start. Come on kids, get out of the road please, you don't want flattening. Is just to use the adaptive cruise control, because the car's clever enough to pick up a car in front and it will actually stop, but it doesn't work in B mode. You've got to be in drive for the cruise to work. You can't use B mode. The moment you put it into B mode, it cancels your cruise control. That's not a real Ferrari, by the way. That is an MR2 with a body kit on it, if you can see it. It's very convincing, it's a very, very good kit. But the moment you go and have a look at the car and look into the interior, you see straight away, I'm an MR2. It is a nice looking car though, I've got to admit. Guys had it for years. I'm not sure which Ferrari it's meant to be emulating, but it's nice. A lot more reliable than a proper Ferrari with Toyota running gear. I've put it back into B mode there when I turned off the main road, just to slow me down so I don't have to use the brakes, because I'm a lazy bugger and I'm also a skinflint. I don't want to be buying hydraulic brakes or brake pads and discs, so I tend to use my regen an awful lot. And that's just a quick overview of B. If you're going down a hill and you're in a relatively low speed limit, use it. Then control your speed on the throttle just to stay at the speed the traffic's moving. As soon as you take your foot off the throttle, the car will recoup a load more energy, the engine will brake for you, you'll save fuel, you'll have more electric in the battery for when you need the electrical power. And it works very, very well, the engine braking. And yes, if you've got your foot on the throttle and you just drop it into B, that will work, but the question was, can I keep my foot on the throttle when I go from D to B or B to D? Yeah, you can. little overview. That's all I wanted to do today, just to clear up the question and show you how I use my engine braking and B mode on the gearbox. Hey, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you want more of this type of video, more questions, more features, more functions of the Yaris you're not sure how to use, throw me a question. I'll try and explain it to the best of my knowledge. Like I've had this car 2 years now and managed to put 43,550 miles on it. So I've got a good overview of everything the car does. Hey, thanks for watching. Please consider subscribing. Please hit the like button. It always helps. Thank you.